Take off your crown and step off the throne, because you are no longer the grand dame anymore. Lady Lily back with another video, and this is the review of the Housewives of Potomac season 2 episode 11. So where we left off at, the girls are still in Bermuda. They are heading to Sharit's hosting event of the trip, which is the Sunset Boat Dinner. They are Ashley, Robin, and Charisse are the first group to head towards the boat, and they are cracking on Ashley's flip phone. Apparently, Ashley does not have an international phone plan, and the flip phone works for her. And she's able to make her calls back home. So pretty much along the ride, Robin is recapping. Hold on, let me switch this because this is giving me an angle and I'm away from my nose. So Robin is recapping the ambush that she did on Karen. She's pretty much saying that she told the girls that she told Karen that she was a hypocrite, and that, you know, the way things were done in terms of separating the group was really tacky. The girls are riding separate, so Giselle, Monique, and Karen is on they're on another shuttle heading to the boat. And, you know, they're saying how they're excited about the boat ride and they want to see what Charisse comes up with, since they didn't do the day activity with Charisse. So the girls get to the boat, and it's not just going to be them, but it's going to be other elite people of Bermuda on the boat as well. And the girls are greeting each other, and Giselle goes and she gives Monique a hug. How sweet is that? They are on their way to having a good friendship, right? So anyway, they get on the boat, and there are some nice looking, attractive men on this boat. Probably could this, you know, be Robin's opportunity to take a step in pursuing her homework assignment. There is one man that is talking to Charisse that has a keen interest in Robin. So Charisse calls Robin over so she can sit and chat with the guy and get to know him. So they're having dialogue, and then, you know, Robin pretty much asks him, you know, what happened to his leg, because I guess he had some bandage or padding on his leg, and he said that it was from an accident he had while having sex. So Robin got creeped out, and she was like, yeah, this is not about that. I'm not about this life. So, you know, she's gonna take a pass. Meanwhile, outside of the boat, Giselle is really just recapping with Charisse and Ashley. Not Charisse, with Ashley on what happened on the trip, their excursions with the, you know, boat and the team of Japan and all that stuff. Karen is explaining to who, I forgot that fast, but Karen was talking to somebody, and she was just explaining, you know, her purpose and, you know, why she did what she did in terms of separating the girls out to have the excursion. So Giselle is really pushing Charisse and Karen to have a talk. Karen says she will not apologize for what she did because she felt it was important for Monique and Giselle to make amends. So she says she will not apologize for taking the effort that needed to be taken to mend those girls back together. Charisse said it wasn't the fact that you took, you know, she said it wasn't about the fact of the effort you was making to mend, to help Giselle and Monique mend, the relationship. She said it was how she went about it that was totally off. She should have did it a little differently, maybe been more upfront. And first Karen goes to apologize, And Sharice said that's all she wanted. Then Karen said Sharice told Sharice she liked drama. Hold on, let me see, because I can't see around my notes. I'm moving. I'm so sorry, y'all. Karen was saying she didn't like drama. And Karen said, well, I put on a fantastic event. And, this event, yeah, you're doing an okay, Sharice is doing an okay job. And Karen is saying that Karen's is, Sharice is mad because she's just really, been left out the loop on everything that involves this trip. And she just feels like that Karen is just really disregarding her. Karen is looking at it on the other end that that Sharice is upset and is dealing with the issues she has about her divorce and what is going on. And it does, she needs to go and handle that so she can be a better friend. Then Karen goes and gets a little bitchy. She said, I wrote this down too. She said, I'm going to pay you in dust and leave here and leave you here like the dusty bitch you are. I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to leave you in dust. I'm going to pay you in dust and leave you like the dusty bitch you are. Sharice said, I spent more money on this boat than your, she said, I spent more money on this boat than your damn network. Karen said, yeah, I read your network and that's Eddie's network. And Sharice was like, what money do you have? Okay, what's she saying? Oh, she said, what money do you have? And are you still trying to sell your house? Then Karen goes on to say, I chose to sell my house. They might be just dragging your ass out of yours after the divorce. I said, well, damn, yeah. I said, these are fighting words, ladies. So it's the older bats that's going to battle right now. So that was the boat ride. So they go back. So it's after the boat ride. They're hanging out. It's like late night. So they're in Sharice's suite. It's Sharice, Giselle, Robin, and Ashley. And they are, eating food, kicking back, and just going over the evening in detail. Meanwhile, Monique goes to have a one-on-one with Karen because she feel like Karen has helped her make amends with Giselle. Monique says she feel obligated to go help, Cameron make amends with Sharice. Meanwhile, Sharice was just recapping the bogus ass conversation that her and Karen was having on a boat. So while they having that conversation, it comes out that Karen and Ray bought the house they just sold originally in foreclosure, and that they purchased their home for a lower rate. So who was Karen to try to jack the price up on the house to get more than what it's worth when it has not been pretty much remodeled? Sharice said when they get back that she is going to do a reveal because the champagne room is done. She hadn't seen it yet, apparently. And then Karen was just mentioned pretty much that she's over the friendship with them. So so the next day it's actually Sharice's birthday. And it shows all the girls pretty much reaching out to their families. So Skylar is talking to Sharice. Giselle is on the phone. Who else? Monique is asking. No, okay. I don't think it showed Giselle. I think it showed Sharice. It showed Robin talking to Juan. It showed Monique talking to her kids. And then it goes to Ashley on this damn flip phone. Girl, Ashley, come on, back. Y'all, I know y'all got money. You could have got you an international plan, but she on this damn flip phone for the duration of this trip. So pretty much Ashley calls Michael. She's letting him know that she, missed him. He was saying how he had clients and stuff in the office. And, can you talk? And he was pretty much saying he got these clients. And And she said, just give me a minute. And he said, okay. She said, I missed you. And he said, I miss you too. And then she was just going on and saying, when she get back, she's going to work to make all this work. The marriage, the restaurant, she's ready to get back and get at it and just, make the situation into a positive one. Meanwhile, Karen calls Ray, and she says she just knows Ray is having a fit because while she's away in Bermuda, the Hugo household is being packed up for them to move into their new home in Great Falls, Virginia. So that's that. The girls are off to see a cricket game, which is a known sport, a known popular sport in Bermuda. They have a box. They are surrounded by some good-looking ass men, if I don't say so myself. Of course, the girls don't understand the game, so they're having these guys explain to them, how it works. They're saying it's totally different from baseball because there's no bases. And they said if you didn't grow up watching or playing, you really find it hard to understand cricket. But apparently whatever was hell going on, it looked like some people taking a damn pad and hitting the ball, if you ask me. But whatever the hell they was doing, somebody jumped up. It looked like it was a good time. So there was a guy that was kind of sweet on Giselle, and his name was Kyle. And she said, Kyle seems a little more rough around the edges, a little more, swagger than Kevin was. And she was just saying, that's like a confirmation that maybe she need to get back out here. Robin was talking to another good-looking guy. She says she is awkward. Robin was saying the homework assignment is really making her nervous because she's saying now she feel like she just can't talk to a guy, that she feel like she's obligated to get this guy on a date for the sake of the homework assignment. But she said she had made her mind up and that she feels like she needs to focus on the issues that she have at home instead of trying to get a date. Karen's sitting up there, don't look like nobody paying Karen any mind or any attention, but she just said, now she's saying she missed her friend and Cherise, and she's willing to, they're better than this, and she's willing to pretty much bury the hatchet. But what it is that she realized Cherise ain't paying her no mind, she going on, she's still having a good time. Later that night, Karen comes to Cherise's suite. Karen was saying it's not about us, it's about the friendship and the bond. And she was telling Cherise how they are the leaders and how the girls look up to them to set the example. And they just need to make amends, make everything better, and move forward. The girls come in to crash the scene. Ashley don't wear pajamas, so she had on some outfit. So Giselle was pretty much clowning her. Ashley is ready for them to turn up. She come in, she got the brown liquor because Ashley, she does the shot things. So she pretty much pour up some shots, and they said, where's Monique? And they said Monique will be coming. So Monique comes in. She seemed really frustrated. She said, pray for them pretty much. She said the house is closed. They closed on the new home in Potomac, and that she's working to try to transfer utilities and get stuff set up and over their new home. So while Monique is talking about this new home, Cameron gets real quiet. And some of the girls noticed that Cameron's quiet, but quiet is kept. They was just saying how they was just in their confessional saying how Karen mentioned she was moving, but everything's so damn vague, But I'm sure Karen doesn't want to speak on it. Karen is being quiet because she don't want to draw attention to herself, and in which they will also start directing questions to her about what's going on with her home and where she's moving. Ashley then goes and asks Monique what happened, she was looking to get into music and become a rapper. She asked her what had happened, and Monique explained that, she, she was pretty much on her way to, a music career. She said she had several deals, but the A&R person was telling her pretty much what is she going to do for them or him. And she said, in other words, in order for her to have, for her career to take off, the A&R person wanted her to have sex with them. and she said she wasn't really into doing that to get ahead, and that really halted her and stopped her career. So Ashley asked her, could she do a rap? And she started rapping. Then she stopped, and Ashley jumped in, do some things. And then Sharice and her Shasha done came out, and she did a little rapping too. So it was just like the girls wrapping up the trip and making amends and having a good time. So girls really, said, they enjoy their time. They glad things came together, and they are ready to get back to their lives in Potomac. So the ladies are back in Potomac. Robin is going back to her second appointment with her. Sorry, I know I keep moving this, but I'm going around this book. So Robin is set up. Let me do it right here. I'm so sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. This camera is just not acting right today. Hold on one second. Let me do a little fixing. Okay, maybe that's better. So ladies are back in Potomac. Robin is back. She is going into her second meeting with her therapist. And her therapist gave her a homework assignment in which she just wanted her to go out on a date. And then she said, well, I'm going to let you start, and just wherever you want to pick up, you just start. So Robin was saying that she, in her confessional, she was saying that she pretty much shut down, or was it the confessionals, or was it? Well, anyway, Robin was just saying she shut down the male attention she was getting because she felt like that she really don't want anybody else. She don't want to go searching and looking. She really want to just focus on home. And then she said her heart is at home, and she really got honest with herself and said she wants Juan. The therapist had she talked about her trip to Juan, got some dialogue or some conversation. Robin was saying that there's a lot of unsurety. There's a lot of things that's not, there's no clarity. And the therapist said she needs her to speak her power and act on her actions. So pretty much she said you need to go tell this man how you feel and see and let the chips fall where they may. And if it don't work, don't, work to, live and not just, what did she say? She said, live. She said, remember to live, not just exist, or something like that. I can't remember. So Ashley is with her restaurant team, and they're having a sit-down business meeting with Michael. But first, Michael wants to talk to Ashley first. Michael was saying, there was some reorganization of the restaurant and things while Ashley was away. So Ashley was like, oh, this motherfucker right here, this dirty bastard. That's what she was thinking. But what it turns out to be that Michael said he was making Ashley like the sole owner of it. So I guess I'm assuming what he was saying, he's going to take his hands off of it and let her have her way with it. And he said, he wants the marriage, and he wants to focus on the marriage, and he feel like the business was like clock blocking them and what they had established and what they had going within their marriage. Seemed like they both agreed they want the marriage, and they want the marriage, and they're willing to work to move forward with the marriage, and it is what it is with the restaurant. So Ashley, I believe what it's saying is that Ashley can go take this restaurant. If she want to take the kangaroo off and put a burger and fries, put a burger and fries. But honey, when you deal with restaurants, you need to feed people what they want to eat. That's what it is. If you need to stop calling this Australian restaurant, or you can call this the multicultural cuisine, by all means do it. It is Sharice's champagne room reveal, and all the girls was invited to attend the grand affair. The spread looks delicious. That food looked like it was good as hell, and that champagne looked like it could be tasty too. So so they catch up, and Monique was saying they was asking Monique what has she been doing since she got back. She said laying her eyes on her babies and tending to the new home. She said she went to go see it, but they are gonna make some renovations and do some things to give it a Samuel's touch. So they're not rushing to go into the home. And they said she said she's happy they're in a place where they don't have to hurry up and rush and get out as like Karen do. So Giselle reveals to the girls that Karen has moved into a new home, and the home is not located in Potomac. Giselle said the move was so quick and it seemed so shady, and the girls pretty much agreed. So just Cameron was the last to arrive, and then I guess they was waiting on Cameron because once she got there, the hostess. Oh Lord, I'm sorry, y'all. This Cameron's giving me the damn flux today. So once Cameron arrived there, she was saying that Sharice's host, the decorator, was saying it was time to reveal the room. Sharice had shared with the girls that she herself have not seen the room at all, so they all were looking at the room for the first time. So Sharice cut the ribbon, opened the door, and the room is off the motherfucking chain. It is gorgeous. There is, the crystal. They had a chandelier, all the lovely champagne. It's all placed nicely. She has the crystal glassware to go with it. It is beautiful. Monique's dirty-minded ass was saying how the chair, one of the furniture pieces in the room, a chair, was a good riding chair, and she was talking about you can get your good grip up, you can sit your man on top and get a good grip and ride on his chair. And then Sharice said, no, that's not going on here. She said, well, you don't have to have sex in here. Go and drag the chair out into the other part of the house and do it. And then Sharice was saying, there is no sex in the champagne room. So y'all know that was part of a song. That song with Chris Rock did, saying no sex in the champagne room. So the girls go back to the main area to sit down. And Karen was stating, she was kind of late because she was meeting with her interior decorator because they have moved into the new home into Great Falls. She said, yeah, you remember? I'm like, oh, you didn't even tell them that you was moving to Great Falls. Oh, you just said that you was moving. Oh, you just said that you was moving.